I'm going to get started just with our do now, just a little bit of a check-in. Hope you guys are all doing well. So just to get started, February marks Black History Month, and what we're doing in schools this week, it's Black Lives Matter week in schools. So there's going to be some activities planned, and I wanted to theme our project around Black history and think about and reflect on what Black history means to us as individuals, and reflect on the contributions of African American men and women who have made significant contributions to the world and to America. Okay, sorry, I just have some people joining in the chat. So I'm just going to leave the music on for right now. What you guys can do is just write in the chat, just do like a little bit of a check-in. How are you feeling today based on this scale? So are we a +3 or all the way through to a -3? Would anyone like to share out why they're feeling this way, or do we just want to keep it neutral? Yeah, if you're tired, I understand. Well, it's good to hear from you guys. And if you do want to share about any more about why you're feeling neutral or just kind of like blah, you're welcome to. But yeah, it's nice to hear from you guys, and I'm happy to start this new term with you. I'm feeling like positive about moving forward and starting some new projects with you guys, and doing some different things, and doing a digital project now. So could I have a volunteer read our objectives? Okay, I'm gonna ask somebody to unmute. Jessica, could you read them for us?
Yeah.
Thank you. Could you read them for us?
SW. Wait, are you talking about like are you talking about the ones in like the green box at the top?
Just the students will.
Oh,
SW, yeah.
Students will develop 3 portraits reflecting upon the question, what does Black history mean to me? And students will learn brush and artistic filter effects using Lunapic and Phototrica. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, me either. Thank you. Thank you so much for reading that. So, and then our questions, just to shout out the questions because you brought those up. We're thinking about what are the possibilities of digital art? How can I create digital portrait art? And what is a collage and what does Black history mean to me? Because we're going to be using these photos in a collage. But the first step that we're going to do is just to make our portraits to begin. Okay, and just to have you guys thinking about in your head this understanding that artists and designers often use digital art and edit images for designs, collages, drawings, paintings, prints, and more. Okay, so now we're just going to do a little share out. And I'm going to send you guys this link to the Padlet. And what we're going to be doing in the Padlet is that I also, you guys can take a look at what my other classes contributed. I just sent the link in the chat. You guys can go to that link and log in. So what does Black history mean to me? That's the question that I want you to think about. And I encourage you to look at some of the examples that are there from other students and just realize there's no right or wrong answer. Some people have more of a connection to Black History Month with being like further in the past and time and like the achievements that have led up to today. Others have ideas of people who are living right now and contributing to society in things that such as music, art, any type of activism, any type of achievements and contributions. So I actually, just to give you guys an example, one person that I truly admire is Kehinde Wiley, and it's on the left side of my screen here. I've told you guys a little bit about him before, and just to elaborate on that, we did a worksheet on him. Just to elaborate on that a little bit more, Kehinde Wiley is just a really amazing artist, and his actual goal is to rewrite art history and insert Black bodies into art that haven't been respectfully put into art history before. So a lot of like art history and like museums is like European based and white based. So he's really trying to change that narrative of what art history is. And I really admire that. And I just think the paintings are so incredible and beautiful. So that's something that I shouted out on here. And I see some of you started typing, so you guys can begin. We're going to take like 4 minutes and I'm just going to play some music while we do this. And please, you guys log in so I can see who wrote the comments. And all you do to add a comment is just click on the plus sign. And you guys can add words, you can add in pictures. If you guys don't log in too, you can just write your name at the end if that's easier. So we're seeing some responses on here.
Well, how do we go there so you can answer it?
I think all you do is click on the plus sign in the corner.
Oh no, I'm saying like how do I go to how do I go to the website? Like, is there a link or something?
Yes, there is. It's in the chat. I'm gonna send it one more time.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miriam. Miriam, did you add your name or is it anonymous? Because it might still be here. Just like scroll through. Okay, these are some great responses, you guys. Going through reading it. All right, guys. So I just wanted to open it up before we continue. If anyone wants to read their response or share out. And if nobody wants to, I can also read some of them. Okay, awesome. Okay, so Andrew, Black History Month is every year in February, and we use this month to honor African Americans who fought for change in our country, including people as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman. Black History Month reminds me of the hardships people had to go through to be accepted in society, acknowledge the achievements, honor Black activists. This is anonymous, but it's nice. What Black History Month means to me. It's a reminder that African Americans fought what they fought for in the past, and it's a time to celebrate because of the heroes that have given us hope. Fighting for equality and still are fighting for equality. Remembering important African Americans. Awesome. And again, if you guys want to elaborate or share, you're welcome to. These are really great responses, you guys. I appreciate you sharing. And I have these up too. And you can take time, you can look through them. If you want to add anything as well, add more pictures or anything, you're welcome to. So now that we've taken time to reflect on what our understanding of Black history is and our personal connection to it, what we're going to be doing now is actually thinking about, okay, so who embodies my values and ideas of what Black history is? And this could be somebody from a historical figure, like I saw a lot of names mentioned on that page, to an artist, to a musician, to an athlete, somebody that you admire that is making Black history or demonstrating Black excellence and success. You could also even focus on somebody that is in your life that you admire, like a personal connection to somebody. Any of those ideas that you have, any ideas that connect. For a minute, it's okay. You can always just type it in the chat if you want to share too. Oh, the school iPad. Don't worry about the tablet right now. It's okay. So basically what you guys get to do now is think about who reflects Black history to you, and then create 3 portraits that we're going to use artistic filters on based on photographs. And then we're going to then use those photograph portraits in a collage next week. So just to be clear, you guys, we're only doing the portraits this week. We're not doing the collage yet. And so for our next project, we will be creating portraits of people who reflect the meaning of Black history and excellence in your experience. So what we're going to start by doing is taking 3 photographs. So you get to pick 3 people of your choice, and we're going to be editing them using 2 different websites. And I did a little bit of research and looked around, and I found these 3. And I think they're pretty cool. If you guys have your own as well, you can use your own. But what we're going to do is take photographs and transform them into a digital painting. So the goal of this project is to create images for a Black history collage that we will be working on next week. Additionally, I wanted to take time in our class just to reflect on contributions of the Black community to society, and just think about like how we can take time to make something meaningful for Black History Month. And I kind of wanted to continue this theme for this month, and just ongoing, think about artists, Black artists, and what they're doing, and how that can inspire us with our work as well. So this is an example portrait. So I just want to ask you guys, what was changed and how do you think the person achieved this effect? This is one that I did. So how did I do this? You guys can unmute yourselves or go in the chat. Yeah, so it looks like there's a brick wall. Also looks like a painting, yes. American colors splattered on it, yep. Spray painted, awesome. So I did 2 steps, or 3 steps actually. I did 2 filters. I did one filter that made it look like a painting. And then I did another filter that did the brick wall. And then I did spray paint on top of it. And I did this in Photoshop, but for my design class, but you guys we can get the same effect online with these websites. Thanks, guys. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to actually just kind of walk you guys through an example. So the first step that you guys are going to do is you're going to find your 3 photographs of who you'd like to use for this project, thinking about your idea of Black history. And then you're going to upload your image. You're going to do them one at a time to LunaPic and experiment with different artistic filters. Then what you guys are going to do is you're going to save your work, right click it to save it, and then you get to pick your location, and make sure you pick a location on your device that you're able to remember and access, because sometimes I know you're like, it's hard to find it um, in your documents. So just make sure you pick a location and a name of the file that you'll be able to find. And then the next program, Photoretrica, what you guys do is you use overlays. So you go to the website, Photo Overlays, and you upload your picture and experiment with different overlays. And the cool thing is you can do multiple overlays, but what you have to do is you have to save the picture and then re-upload it if you want multiple overlays and effects, because it doesn't let you apply more than one at the same time, which is a little bit annoying. But this is just an example that I did on using LunaPic with a light trail overlay from Photoretrica. So is there anybody who'd like to volunteer to share their screen to do a demo, or would you like me to do it? I'll walk you through it, if anyone wants to volunteer.
Well, I have a question. Okay, so do we have to use both of
Yes,
the programs?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to do, you can use your own programs, but the reason why I want you to do both is because I want you to use filters, and then I also want you to do an overlay. You can also do brushes, like paint brushes on top, but I want you to have like multiple layers of effects. So you can use one website, but it needs to have multiple effects. So an overlay and a background, like a background filter. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys an example now. So I'll go to LunaPic. I'm going to open the other link as well. Okay, so when I come to the web page, I go to upload and then pick my image. I just have this picture of Kelly Rowland, so I'm gonna go full screen so you guys can see. Okay, so at the top of the screen, this is a really big photo. There's a whole bunch of different options here. I'm going to go to, let's see, I'm gonna go to effects. So on effects, there's a whole bunch of different styles here. So let me try gradient blend and see what it looks like. Oh, I have to upload the picture again. So by doing that, I got this cool effect where the picture kind of looks like it was like dragged and then overlaid with a little bit of transparency. So I actually like this effect. So I'm going to save this. And I'm going to name it Portrait 1. And I'm going to check to see, let's see if I can apply another filter over this now. So I'm going to go to art and then famous artworks. And let me try this Van Gogh one. Nice. So it does let you apply multiple effects. So I actually really like the way that looks. Let me try one more. That's really cool too. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this. And what I'm going to do is just right click the image, save it, name it Portrait 1. Okay, and then I'm going to go to, does anyone have any questions so far? Okay, cool. All right, awesome. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so this one I know you can't apply multiple effects. So I'm gonna have to save it each time. So this is the image that I have, and I'm going.
I had one question. What like okay, so like what if you don't have a picture to upload there?
You have to find your pictures.
You just found one on like Google or something, or like online?
Yeah, I just looked up. So what I did was I just picked people who I admire, to pick people like whoever you want to do for this, who you think reflects Black history. You search their name on Google Images and then just pick pictures that you like. Okay. So I went to this website now, Photoretrica. This website's really cool. But it doesn't let you apply. The only thing I have a problem with is it doesn't let you apply multiple filters, which is annoying to me, but because there's a lot of cool ones. So I'm going to go to photo overlays. Yeah, see, it's making me upload it again. All right, and then I'm just going to click through. And try some of these overlays. And you can make it a little more see-through. That looks really nice, actually. Okay, so once I've applied one that I like, and by making it more, changing the opacity, we're making it 100% is less see-through, is opaque, and then dragging it down makes it more transparent. So I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to, because remember, in order to apply multiple effects, we got to re-upload it. But you guys can just experiment and like see what you like. I mean, the goal is you kind of want to do something that's going to make it look like it's a painting, or like make somebody question how you made it. So do something that looks interesting to you. See, now there's these like backgrounds, these frames. Yeah, these are pretty cool. I actually, maybe the doodle would be nice. I like this one. Okay. And then you just save. All right. And that's how you do it. So I've only got 5 more minutes left, so I just want to go back to our lesson. And I'm going to insert this as an example in the lesson so you guys can take a better look at it. So you're going to do 3 different portraits. Okay, these are just some examples of what different people have done, starting with your photographs and then adjusting, adding artistic effects. So what you're going to do is pick 3 different people. You could also do 1 person and just do 3 different pictures, but just 3 photos, 3 portraits total. And transform these portrait photographs using LunaPic and Photoretrica, and you can apply multiple layers, and it's kind of a fun experiment. What I'm looking to see is that you guys have a variety. So I want to see different styles, different artistic choices. It'll be, I think the one thing to keep in mind is try to make it so you can still tell who the person is and you can still see their face. Don't put too much on it, but use your discretion and kind of use your idea of just go with the flow and like be creative, experiment, and try to have fun with it. All right, and yes, it's 3 total, and you get to pick who you'd like to do. And when you're doing this, how I'm going to be grading you is that you show that you have 3, you've met this criteria that's on this page. So you have 3 different pictures, use both websites, a variety of different artistic choices, and that you've put some time into these and just kind of thought into experimenting with the tools. Okay. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I'm going to wrap it up here. Does anyone have any more questions or comments or anything they'd like to share? Concerns? And by the way, you guys, on Google Classroom, you guys can still see my screen, right? So on Google Classroom, I actually posted the assignment already. So I have all the information for you guys. I have the slides, and I'm going to post the recording of the lesson as well. And then I have the 2 links. I have LunaPic and then the Photo Retrica. Okay. Does anyone have any ideas of what they'd like to do?
Yeah.
Who would you like to do for yours?
Okay, like I don't know what I'm gonna do for the other ones, but I want to do like Martin Luther King for the first one.
Okay, cool.
Cause like cause like I forgot what job it was, but when you were choosing the effects, like I saw one that I really liked, and I already know which effect I'm gonna put on him.
Oh, awesome. So one of these ones?
Yeah.
Ooh, there's so many cool ones. And so you guys experiment with this. There's a section on art. There's a section on borders, drawing. You can even draw on top of it. So I challenge you guys to try to blur a face, like cut out a shape, stain glass. I encourage you guys to just try a whole bunch of different things and just see what you end up with, because the effects are pretty cool. All right, you guys. Anyone else want to share who they're going to do or any ideas they have? Thanks for sharing. All right, and just to review, you guys, when you're submitting your work, you're downloading it as a JPEG file. So saving it, don't take a screenshot on the website, right? Right click, save image, or on the other website, we click on save, this little save icon, because I noticed some of you guys submit like screenshots. And then also some of you put images in Google Docs. You don't have to do that. You can just upload the actual picture. Okay, so the way you do that, there's a little paper clip. I can't see it on the teacher end, but it'll say add your work. Click on the paper clip and then upload the image. You don't have to insert the image in a Google Doc. Does that make sense? Chadwick Boseman. Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, he's great. Rest in peace. All right, you guys. So I've got less than a minute left, so I'm going to wrap it up. Have a wonderful day. If you want to share your work or any of your ideas, please do it in the Google Hangouts chat. It'd be a great place for us to all kind of share our ideas. Awesome.